Hey, welcome. Today we're diving into a really cool and honestly super elegant solution to a problem that's as old as the hills themselves: isolation. We're talking about ropeways, and trust me, they're becoming way more than just a tourist ride with a nice view. Let's get into it.
So just take this in for a second. For communities that are tucked way up high in the mountains, a single vertical kilometer, well, it isn't just a measure of distance, it's everything. It can be the line between getting medical care and going without, between opportunity and just being stuck. It's a wall, really, built by geography itself, and it shapes every single part of daily life.
And this right here perfectly captures the problem and just how powerful the solution is. I mean, imagine a trip that takes 2 brutal hours on a winding, crumbling, frankly dangerous road. Now picture that exact same journey, but it takes just a couple of minutes, just gliding smoothly right through the air. You know, this isn't some sci-fi dream, it's the reality that ropeways are creating right now. To really get the massive impact here, we've got to first understand what that daily grind of isolation actually feels like. We're talking about a life that is completely dictated by the terrain, where any kind of progress is, well, literally an uphill battle.
And look at these challenges, they don't just add up, they multiply. You've got these incredibly steep gradients that make any travel slow and risky. Then, throw in unpredictable weather, we're talking storms, landslides. That can just wipe out the only road for days, maybe weeks. On top of that, the infrastructure that is there is often old and falling apart. So you've got this perfect storm of problems, a massive barrier to any kind of progress, whether that's for business, education, or even just getting to a doctor.
But what if you could just bypass all of that? What if you could just sail right over it? Well, that's where this powerful and elegant solution comes in, one that is literally rising above it all.
Okay, so let's be super clear about what we're talking about. A ropeway, in this context, is not for a scenic tour. No, this is a vital piece of public transportation. It's an aerial system that's been specifically engineered to connect communities where building roads is either totally impractical or just plain impossible. And the first, most powerful impact it has is on essential services. I mean, think about it. You've got to get a sick relative to a hospital. Suddenly, that's a quick, stable trip, not a dangerous, bumpy ordeal. It means medical supplies actually get where they need to go, safely. And for kids, it means they can get to school every single day, no matter what the weather's doing. It connects students with their teachers. It is, no exaggeration, a lifeline. But it goes beyond just saving lives and getting kids to school. This new connection, it becomes a powerful engine for the local economy. We're talking about fueling real economic empowerment right from the local level. Let's just walk through this one super simple but powerful story. Okay, so a farmer harvests their fresh produce, fruits, vegetables, things that spoil easily. Instead of a long, bumpy truck ride that bruises half the product, it gets loaded right onto the ropeway. It gets to the market fresh and totally intact. And you know what that means? It's simple: better prices and a much more stable income for that farmer and their family. And that economic ripple effect, it doesn't stop with farming. Not at all. This new connection creates all kinds of opportunities. All of a sudden, these beautiful remote places become accessible, which kicks off a tourism industry. That, in turn, creates good, steady jobs for locals, operating the system, maintaining it, and that's not even counting all the other little businesses that pop up around the terminals. Small guest houses, cafes, craft shops, the whole shebang. So, we've got better access to services, a stronger local economy, but there's another really important layer to this story. Ropeways also offer a much more sustainable and resilient way forward.
I mean, just look at this comparison. It's pretty stark, right? Building roads in the mountains means you have to do all this massive, destructive earth moving, which can cause erosion and destabilize the whole mountainside. A ropeway, though, it has a tiny construction footprint. It only touches the ground where the towers are. Plus, they usually run on clean electricity, making them a way, way smarter choice for the environment.
And this is a question that people in these parts of the world have to ask themselves all the time. After a heavy monsoon season or a big landslide, that one road connecting you to the rest of the world, it might just be gone. Then what?
And here's the answer. Because the whole system is up in the air, it stays running even when the roads and bridges on the ground are totally washed out. This is an absolute game changer for disaster response. It means you can get emergency supplies in and get vulnerable people out exactly when they need it the most. Okay, finally, let's bring this all the way down to the family budget. We've talked about these big ideas like the economy and resilience, but this tech also has a direct impact on how much it costs to live. At the end of the day, it really all boils down to this simple fact. Moving anything,
goods, supplies, people, in and out of remote mountain areas is incredibly expensive. Ropeways slash those costs. And when it's cheaper to move things around, everything gets cheaper.
And you can see the results right here in everyday life. All of a sudden, the materials you need to build a stronger house are actually affordable. Essential supplies like cooking gas are easier to get and don't cost a fortune. The prices for everyday stuff at the local shop start to come down. All of this adds up to real economic stability for every single family in the community.
So what this all really means is that a ropeway is so much more than just a bunch of towers and cables. It's an investment in people. It brings safety, it creates opportunity, and it builds stability. As our source material so perfectly puts it, it's a real pathway to a modern, connected future.
It's kind of a fascinating thought to end on, isn't it? When we think about how to connect the world's most remote places, maybe the smartest, most sustainable, and most resilient path forward isn't on the ground at all, but right above our heads. Thanks so much for tuning in.